This is the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants podcast, a show to help independent UK-based HR consultants get a pipeline of perfect fit, high-paying clients without expensive adverts, time-consuming social media activities, or energy-sapping and monotonous networking meetings. I'm your host, Nick Paninsky, author of How to Land Your Dream Client, a book which explains everything you need to know to get every sale and client you ever want. And if that sounds interesting, then make sure to grab your copy from the influential consultant website today. That being said, let's get into today's show. Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants with me, Nick Paninsky. Today's show, we have got Bev Collins with us, and you, lucky listeners, have got a behind-the-scenes recording of me coaching Bev live, unscripted. Here we go. Hello, Bev.
Hello.
Hello there. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, no problem. Obviously, we were having our chat midweek and you were sharing, we were just having a little general catch up. And then before you know it, it turned a little bit strategic. So here you are. I invited you onto the show and you've come on.
Ready to go.
Excellent. Love it. Okay, so Bev, for those at home who don't know who you are, please give, your elevator pitch, your 1 minute intro.
Okay, so a brief overview of me. I am founder of Frank HR Solutions. I'm an independent HR consultant, and I've been in business now for around 15 months. So what I do is I support businesses of all sizes, some who have no HR function at all, and others who have really busy teams and they just need that expert to step in. So the work that I tend to do is normally around employee relations, employee experience, the general stuff, the contracts, employment law and project work. And I suppose where I'm slightly different is that my approach is really practical, it's warm, and I try and use non-free jargon, because HR can be really scary. And if I can take that element out and make it easier for businesses, that's my aim. But in terms of HR, that's only part of the picture. So if anyone's following me on LinkedIn, they'll see at the moment, I'm all over it with the menopause. So I'm really passionate about talking about this and raising awareness. And, I want to drive real change. So what I've done is, using my own experience, which wasn't great, and I reached burnout, I decided that I wanted to make a difference. So I recently trained through Hormones on the Blink, and I now deliver accredited menopause training sessions so that I can continue to raise that awareness in general, but also so that I can support businesses to create, if you like, inclusive policies, building action plans, so things that actually lead to change. So they're not just words on paper. So I guess really that's me, a very, very brief overview of the services that I offer.
Excellent.
So I think, we were talking about posting on LinkedIn, weren't we?
We were talking about posting on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and I'm really happy with where I'm at with my content. And I've joined, we spoke about this very briefly, I've joined a LinkedIn community and I'm really pleased with that. And that's given me the confidence to get out there to build on my posting. And yeah, I've got a really, I've got a following and I'm okay with that. It's all good.
Bev's an influencer.
Yeah, I know. I love it. I love this when you call me that earlier on. Absolutely brilliant.
Bev she's doing herself a disservice, dear listeners. Bev has what's the biggest ranking post you've got with your impressions?
The highest impression was about 140,000.
Yeah, 140,000 impressions.
Yeah, and then I did one the weekend around testosterone, and that hit 40,000 impressions. And I've changed my mindset, so I'm not posting now for impressions. I'm posting to add value. But it's I'm not knocking it. I'll take the impressions.
Absolutely. So this is incredible. Like for a lot of people who'll be listening along, even for me, that's a lot of impressions. Like my impressions, I can get upwards of 1,000 or so. And I think I'm doing well. I'm like, 1,000.
Not a competition.
But here we are, 140,000. I
Yeah.
love the little bit of info that you dropped there. What's the biggest post you've had, Bev? 140,000.
I've had a few that have gone way over. So yeah, like I say, Nick, I'm really, really happy with the posting and the content, and I feel really comfortable and confident. In our community, I've had a session on lead gen. We spoke about this the other day. So it was a small session. So I do understand what that is. That's about giving away free guides, free templates, a mountain, if you like, of things. But I haven't really started working on it. So I know it's there, but I think what I need, and hopefully this is where you step in, is to give me some accountability, because I know it's there. But in order to reach it, I need somebody to be behind me saying, right, let's do this, let's do that. How are you getting on? Have you thought about this?
Interesting. I like the fact that you shared that, and we will come to that. It's interesting. I'm curious if the piece of advice you've got is, that lead magnet or whatever, great, sharing the value. I wonder if they've taken it to the next steps for you, or if maybe that's coming down the line in this community. But before we get to that, Bev is literally here, for those of you listening along. Bev is literally here because she is getting a hell of a lot of attention, and she doesn't know how to capitalize on it. She doesn't know how to capture these leads, and she doesn't know how to monetize it. Well, she does know. Obviously, she just shared that little snippet with us, but the accountability, etc. There may be some added value that I can share with her. But I just want to ask you something, just out of genuine curiosity. You've said that you've joined the community for LinkedIn, whatever. You don't need to say who it is. No cross promotion, please. But being part of a community, what does that give for you? How does that make you feel? Because being self-employed, we all know.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's been absolutely amazing. So the community that I've joined, I was probably one of the first ones that started nearly a year ago, possibly a year ago. And what that community does is we meet up once a week on a Friday for a coffee drop-in. And it's quite phenomenal, the amount of different experiences that are brought into that, and we talk. It's absolutely great. And can I say who it is? Would you rather I didn't?
How interesting. How interesting. Do I want you promoting somebody else on my show?
I won't say anything.
No, I'd prefer you didn't promote someone else on my show.
But you do completely different things. Anyway, this community has been amazing. So it's given me the confidence. It's given me the strategy around posting and so on. And what's following with that are separate training sessions on various things. But of course, it's in terms of lead generation that I spoke about, that was a session that was for a group of individuals. And I think what I need, because I do know what it is. When you asked me the other day, I thought, oh God, I do know what it is, but it's what I probably need is the accountability side. So I'm really happy with everything in the community. Amazing. Love it. I need, though, the accountability in terms of somebody to coach me and hold me accountable. And that now is over to you to tell me what you can do for me, how you can, I suppose, filter what I have. I've always tried, Nick, everything I've done, I've tried to add value, as I've said. So I've not been very salesy at all. So this is almost as if I'm, I guess, starting from scratch.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so let's just circle back a little bit. What, for those of you listening along at home, and for you as well, Bev, what's happening is your method of lead gen that we are discussing right now is posting on LinkedIn. And that's really great, because when you get noticed by, people who are interested in your services, phenomenal, right? LinkedIn can be a phenomenal lead gen tool. It can be difficult though, if you aren't solving a specific problem for a specific audience, right? HR consultants, I'm sure, will listen along and think 140,000 impressions. That's mental. How are you getting that? But the reality is, you're talking about this testosterone, this hormone thing. It's for a specific audience, really. It's for ladies in their 50s, right?
No, it's not.
What do you mean, no?
No, it's not. No.
Come on, virtually slap me on the wrist. Correct me.
So perimenopause, just a very, very quick. Perimenopause most commonly begins in mid to late 40s, but for some women that could be in their 30s. So I think it's a real misconception about when that happens and when the symptoms happen. So no, it's not for women who are over a certain age. Definitely not. But even in terms of the HR side, the highest one, 140, that was in relation to the HR side of things. Wow. So, I'm not just thinking about, but I suppose it's the way I try and engage in my posts. I'm talking to people as if I'm in the room with them. That's what I'm trying to do. And therefore, I think the way the posts, this is what people have said to me anyway, the way my posts come across is that we're having a conversation. It's really warm and friendly. So, so I do think I've got it right.
Your posts are very good. I said this to the other day. Who's writing them for you?
Just me. And I use LinkedIn as well. So, I know that when people pay for LinkedIn, they're getting crazy numbers. I've never paid for it. So, everything I do, I'm really chuffed with where I'm at. Really
good.
chuffed.
I've always thought that's a misnomer. I don't think you need to go to premium to go viral. LinkedIn wants, maybe there is something in it, maybe not, but I think LinkedIn wants people on their platform and consuming their content so that they can show adverts. And if they are showing good quality content to people, that means that people will engage with the platform. Same with Facebook, same with Instagram. Yeah. So if you share crap, nobody will pay attention because LinkedIn won't show it. So even if you're on the free or paid version, if you show crap, maybe it'll help a little bit, but if you share crap, you share crap. Share good stuff, doesn't matter. But anyway, so your method of lead gen, LinkedIn, love it. So for those of you listening along, for you, Bev, there's 3 ways of getting attention, right? There's an audience. You can build one with social media. It takes time, takes effort. It's good. Can happen. We've got all these social media influencers out there. You can borrow them, say, for example, some sort of JV or, someone who has the same audience as you, but doesn't necessarily monetize them in the exact same way. So for HR consultants, a lot of the time that'd be employment lawyers or accountants, right? And then the other way is to buy that audience through adverts. So what you're doing is you are building one through social media. Okay, so you're going viral. So you want to, so you're going viral. How are you going to capture these leads? Over to you. What are you doing? What's your plan? Because you said you've got a plan. This is so. Let's see what it is. Let me poke holes in it.
No, it's not a great plan at all, is it? And that's why we're having this conversation, because I've tried to add value more than being salesy. It's all about keep posting, keep adding value, keep getting my name out there. And what it's doing is it is bringing in work, it's bringing inquiries in. But I know, and as our conversation the other day, that actually if I were to really get into the DMs and start engaging with people in the way that I should be, and I know I should be doing it, I just haven't done it, then that potentially is going to bring in a lot of work for me. So I know there are things that I should be doing. Again, it comes back to that accountability, doesn't it?
So just to quickly jump in, going into the DMs with people is great, but that's a different method of lead gen. If you're going viral, Bev, with 140,000 views and people are commenting and people are liking, you need something that captures all that attention automatically. You can't DM 140,000 people. Yeah. You'd be fried. Forget the burnout you were talking about a minute ago. You'd be like living on the sun. You'd burnt to a crisp. So no.
I must admit, what I try and do also is if people comment, I will respond to them. So that can
Nice.
feel really overwhelming in itself, but it's the right and polite thing to do.
Yes.
So I guess what we're talking about now is coming back to putting out the free guides, putting in links and so on, isn't it? So yes, I am aware of that, but again, I haven't had the oomph to actually do it.
Okay. So I mean, my advice to you would be to be strategic about it. What one piece of content could you create? And I personally would suggest a checklist, because it's easy to create, it's easy to consume, and it gives your audience an answer. You know, they can see very clearly where they are, where they want to get to, and that there is a gap.
Yeah.
Great piece of content is a checklist. So I would say to you, what checklist could you create for your audience that would give them the realization that they need your help, and then create content around that to put that lead magnet in that checklist in as many people's hands as possible?
Yeah.
So how does that sound?
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I need to be getting to, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. So what's stopping you do this? Because I don't think that it's just accountability. I'm not calling you a liar, but I bet there's something else holding you back.
Honestly, I think it's just time. I've got so much going on. I've got two sides of the business now. So I've got the HR side and I've got the menopause side, and it's trying to split out the time. So as an independent, it is just me. And I'm at that stage now where I've really seriously got to consider using associates.
Okay.
Because I recognise and realise that the only way really to grow is to get in some support to do the mundane things that then allow me to concentrate on what I'm really good at. And I'd love to be in that situation. And I am. I'm like this tiny bit away from it. So a lot of it is around time, getting sidetracked with other things. But then I suppose if I had a strategy, it's about routine, isn't it? Once the routine is there, it's easy to follow. So it's just making sure, I guess, that I've got templates ready to go, that I know, like you mentioned, a checklist, and there are plenty of checklists that I can do, both for HR and menopause. Is there anything else?
So as you just shared, time is a factor, right? I'm going to say I don't know anything about your design skills, Bev, but I would imagine you're not a designer first and foremost, right? You're a HR consultant. So what is stopping you outsourcing the job of creating said lead magnet to somebody who does this breakfast, lunch and dinner?
Probably, honestly, a bit of control. And I find that difficult to let go, because I just get so worried that if I'm not doing it, will somebody do it in the way that I want it to be done? And that's probably a big factor, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. I've got a absolutely fantastic designer I can put you in touch with. Bloody amazing, not that expensive. All you have to do is give him the content on a Google sheet, and he will create something that will blow you away.
Okay.
So I can vouch for him. I've used him plenty of times. I can show you the sheets, the worksheets, workbooks, whatever I've got him created, whatever he's created for me, he's done off his own back. He will have sent it to me. I will have gone, oh, I need to tweak this, I need to tweak that. He's very good at it.
So we're talking about DMs and messages behind the scenes, aren't we?
No, this is for the designer, for Gary. So when you create this lead magnet, this checklist, so let's say you go viral with your post or whatever, download this checklist here, first comment. So then, or even in the post itself, if it goes busy enough.
Yeah.
So then people are taking that next action, right? Every post should have a call to action. You've got to hook them in, you've got to give them some value, then you've got to call them to action. Download this guide if you want X, Y, Z, whatever outcome it is, right? And they click onto that page and they're going to download said checklist. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Then you get them as a lead for posterity. So when you inevitably do hire associates, or if you take them on full time, you've got this lead generation sequence happening where people are coming into your world, and you know it's going to happen because you can bank on happening, because these posts which are going viral, you can recycle them, you can share them all over again. No one will notice because everyone's busy in their own little world, and you can generate loads and loads of interest, right? People are downloading this lead magnet, joining your world. The crux of the matter is you've got the lead magnet designed by Gary. You've told him what you want to create in. You need not first, at the same time, you need a landing page to encourage people to take this action, right? So some sort of compelling headline, then some copy to talk about what is inside this guide without talking about what's inside this guide. Nice bit of intrigue. You're a great writer.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll manage it. And then, again, call them to action. Download this free guide now. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Next step after that is to monetize these people. How does that sound?
Well, that sounds good, doesn't it? Obviously.
Good. Have they told you to do this in your LinkedIn crew?
We've had conversations about it, and there are lots of plans coming up for different sessions. So I think that's down the line. It's always difficult, though, isn't it? When you're in a big group and you're learning something, it's much easier if it's a tiny group, i.e., like we're doing now, face to face.
Okay. I think that you're being too kind. I think the reality is because this is best practice, right? Somebody downloads your lead magnet, right? There is a new screen at that point, right? And normally people just put, thank you for downloading said checklist, check your junk box, check your email, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch. That's a waste of resource. What you could also share is some sort of video, right? Which says, hey, you've downloaded this checklist. You're obviously aware that there are issues. Buy this cheap upgrade, give me some money or whatever, and you can get result or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And I can't tell you what you would offer at the end of this because I don't know. So I don't know what this strategy looks like in its entirety. But you should immediately make an offer of some form or another. Perhaps it's a coaching call for a discount. Perhaps it's some sort of template policy or something. I don't know. But the idea would be to offer something so valuable that they would do it. And it's so cheap. And this is ideal. This is, as soon as you get somebody's put their hand in their pocket for you once, they're more likely to do it again.
Yeah.
So this is great. They become, from a lead, they immediately become a customer. So you've monetized them. And then you know that they're serious about wanting a solution to their problems, right? How's that sound?
Yeah, perfect.
Good.
Just got to do it.
Yeah. So I've got a video guy I can put you in touch with. And then what you want to do is you want to have all these email sequences. So you've downloaded the guide, whether or not you downloaded the next upgrade or whatever. Here are some emails. Hey, I'm Bev. And you take people through a journey, taking them from stranger right through to raving fan.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm Bev. This is what I do. These are the people that I've dealt with. These are the problems they had. These are the way I helped them. These are the advantages of working with me. This is your world right now. It's so crap. If you work with me, we'll get rid of those problems. And you give them these messages, copy, direct response to encourage them to take action, i.e. to give you money to book a call, whatever it is.
Sounds good.
You'll need a tech guy. I've got one of those as well.
You on commission, Nick?
Unfortunately not, I just pass out work because why not, right? I shouldn't be honest. So yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. So no commission. How does all that sound, Bev? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely does. Yeah.
What are the blockers?
Now it's just that either I pay somebody to do it, or I do it myself and I plan out the emails. And like you said, I'm fine with writing. I don't have an issue with that. So it's just working out what it is I want, what the message should be, and then physically doing it. And
Yeah.
either way, if I do it myself or I get somebody to help me, I've still got to prepare the work and give an overview. So it's still going to take some time. So yeah, it's just me committing to that time, moving things around in the diary, moving something out and putting this in.
Well, that's it, because time, you use it in one place, you can't use it anywhere else, right? So you got to make a decision, what is the best use of your time? Because if you're getting paid, I don't know, £100, £200 by clients, then it's not worth your time to then go in and sort out the tech side of things if my tech guy charges £20 an hour, which he does. So, no brainer, right?
£1 an hour.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Send his details across, please.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
I've been working with this guy for 2 years. I keep telling him to put his prices up.
Are you sure it's not you secretly?
I wouldn't charge £20 an hour, Bev, let me tell you.
Wowzer.
Yeah, £20 an hour. He's a really good guy. He'll do exactly what you want him to do. I don't know why he's so cheap. I keep telling him to put his prices up. Tommy, if you're listening, put your prices up. Never listen.
I thought it was Dave.
Gary is the designer.
Gary.
Tommy is the tech guy.
Right.
Gary's not as cheap as Tommy. Gary's got a family to support. But, yeah, he's still not expensive. He does an excellent job.
Okay.
How does all that sound?
Yeah, I mean, the best bit is the £20 an hour. Sorry, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I know there are things that I need to do. I know I'm not doing them in the right way. But like I said, I've always had this moral thing about trying to add value. And I kind of have tried to avoid the salesy side. Although I know if I did that properly, I'd be a lot further on in terms of work coming in.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
When you say add value,
Yeah.
what do you mean? I know what you mean, but I want you to tell me what you mean.
Yeah, I guess it's around raising awareness, it's never going to be a safe space on LinkedIn, is it really? Because the whole world is watching, but almost as if we're creating a safe space so in terms of the menopause, for women to have conversations, to share information without it feeling as though I'm then going to jump on them and say, right, I've got this course going on, or I want to sell you this. So that's what I've tried to do. I've tried to be a person of authority, if you like, and a bit of only because you said it the other day, a bit of an influencer in that area. But yeah, I love it. But if I can encourage people to start having conversations, that message then is going to be read and understood by the general public, but also businesses. So I guess, yeah, it's just a case of I've raised awareness. My value is about raising awareness, making it accessible to everybody. So that's individuals as well as businesses. But I am missing that massive link of not monetizing it. And up to now, that hasn't really been a problem. But talking to you, obviously, it's something that I should be doing. So I need to be jumping on it, don't I?
Can I be direct with you?
Just go for it.
You're not being fair. You're not being fair to yourself, and you're not being fair to these people who are reading your content and need and want help. Because these people out there they're looking for guidance on a topic that you know about. And when you don't put them on your mailing list, when you don't give them this free guide, when you don't send them offers of knowledge that they can then go and buy, you're stealing from them the right of making this opportunity, of taking this opportunity, of taking this chance of improving themselves. You've decided, because you think it's salesy, that they therefore would never buy from you, when in actual fact, you have no idea.
Do you know, our conversation, however long it's gone on for, half an hour, whatever, that's probably the thing that's hit hardest and that's really stood out.
Good. So no more stealing, Bev. Don't be unfair to them.
No more stealing.
Well,
No more stealing.
I hate to say this to you, you've got a responsibility to help these people. You're so knowledgeable in your field. People are desperate to hear from you. You're going viral. You've got to then put in place the next step on the ladder.
Yeah, I get you. I like the sound of that.
And you should be rewarded for that knowledge as well.
Mm-hmm.
Totally fair, right?
Yeah.
Because then when you make some more money, then you can invest in more knowledge for yourself or more better services for these people.
Yeah.
Right? You're not taking their money off them to then go and, I don't know, go and do evil things with it.
I don't know about that.
Are you going to buy up the Amazon rainforest and burn it to the ground? Because if you are, this call's over.
Oh, blimey.
But yeah,
I get where you honestly, I do get where you're coming from, and that in particular makes really, really good sense. And I don't think there'll be too much work and effort on my side to do that.
Good. There really won't be as well. Once you figure out your plan, you can outsource a hell of a lot of it and make things happen a lot quicker. Because when people are doing things, they are paying you. You're either paying with time, or you're paying with money. You're paying with mental energy. You got to choose.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to choose the pain of either taking action or not taking action. Take action, you get result. Don't take action, you stay where you are.
Yeah, I don't want to stay where I am.
Boom.
It's great. It's great, but I do always think about, and that's why I've done the menopause course, because I'm thinking ahead. I want to be out. I want to do something that's outside of my comfort zone, outside of my knowledge, and to keep going up and up.
Good.
Because I've got a lot to give.
You do. You do. So listen, time of recording, 25th of July. When are you going to do all this stuff by? When are we reconvening? I want to check in with you.
Right.
Yeah, let me put you on the spot right here, right now, on air. It's not live, but I'm not going to edit it.
25th of July, looking at my screen. So ready for the new school academic year in September.
Yeah. So what date is that? 15th of September or something? 6th
Oh, I don't know. Just September.
No. I want a date.
You want a date? Oh my God.
Damn right, I want a date. Otherwise, I'll be like, hey, have you done it yet? And you'll be like, no, it was the 31st of September. I'm like, that doesn't exist. And you'll be like, well, it does now.
I'm looking at my calendar. Right, let's go for Friday the 5th of September.
Friday the 5th of September. Okay. So you have 2 months to pull this together.
Yeah.
Okay. So after this meeting, you're going to leave. You'll have a recording of this call. You're going to have a list of actions that you need to complete. If you need any help, you know where I am.
Yeah.
I want a mid progress report. So what did we say? 5th of September.
Yeah.
So 15th of August, check in. I want you to be responsible for that, though. Email me and tell me where you're at.
Okay. And please don't forget to send me Tommy's in particular.
You want Tommy's contact details?
Oh, yeah.
I will give you Tommy's contact details.
Thank you.
What about Gary? He's a good designer.
Yeah, I'll have a chat with Gary as well.
You can do it.
It's the tripod that really stands out.
He's too cheap, I keep telling you.
Yeah, how on earth? But anyway.
Yeah. Take advantage until he wakes up. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
Right, Bev. Was this valuable?
Yeah, it was. It was very valuable.
Good. Did you enjoy it?
I did. And it is that accountability, Nick. So as I say, in terms of what I'm doing at the moment, I'm happy with. I get it, but I haven't had time to put things into play. But yeah, having that accountability is really helpful.
Good. Well, I'm here for you. It's all on you, though. I can only show you the path. All right.
Great.
Well, thank you for taking the time to join us today, Beth. Really appreciate it. It's my first ever influencer on my show.
I love that. It's brilliant. Honestly. Influencer.
Bev, Influencer Collins. Well, yeah, why not, right? Anyway, thank you. Yeah, one more time. Thank you for taking the time to join us. And hopefully for those listening along at home, this was a useful episode. So thank you for taking the time to listen. And yeah, if this podcast episode has been helpful, if it's been eye-opening, if you thought to yourself, do you know what? This has been really interesting, really useful. And if you think to yourself, I could do with my own strategy session with Nick, then click the link in the comments, book yourself in for an hour, and we will take the time to understand where you are, where you want to get to, and what is stopping you from getting there. And then we will put a plan together to make sure that you do get there and that you achieve what it is that you want to achieve, just like I've done with Beth today. You will leave the session. You'll leave the session with the full recording. You will leave with action steps. I will check in with you afterwards to make sure that you've done what you said that you're going to do. And yeah, there will be nothing stopping you from achieving whatever it is that you've said that you want to achieve. So click the link in the show notes, book in for your own session, and let's get you unstuck. And in the meantime, well, that's the end of the episode. So yes, in the meantime, as ever, get marketing, because without marketing, there's no sales. And without sales, there's no business. So get marketing.
Hey there, and thanks for listening to the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, then please consider taking a minute to help us grow by sharing the episode with a friend or colleague, or by leaving a positive review on podchaser.com. And make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming episodes if you haven't done so already. I've been your host, Nick Brinsky, and if you've got any questions or you want to know more about today's topic, then feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'd be delighted to hear from you. See you next time.